Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you in a late night live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And to all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all some time to tune in. I didn't even set a reminder. Um, First things first, I might as well say happy Friday to everybody on the East Coast. And happy Friday to those across the world right now. I had to chime in with y'all. James, what's going on, bro? Had to chime in with y'all for a minute. I know I was supposed to do poetry night, but I just actually woke back up. So I'm gonna just do the poetry night definitely for Friday. I'm gonna definitely set a time reminder. We'll be in it. Um, Hopefully everybody done had a good day. Appreciate those who tuned in for the live earlier, even though they took us down. It's all good. All of the people have fun in the club. That was the most important thing. Title clears day. Um, I don't know how long we'll be on this shit tonight, but a few things kind of came to mind today. Um, I'm going to discuss this. I want to say this to those parents that need to hear it. Start really getting your kids in tune and stop allowing shit to fucking happen. Um, I just saw that video about the teacher and the student. Now, see, this is a problem that we have now, and this is kind of a common problem that we have that shouldn't even be a common problem, especially as of the last few years. Some of you parents are allowing your kids to come to school all disrespectful and shit, even to the point of trying to try a teacher. I remember that old saying, respect your elders, even if you didn't know them personally. I'm from that era. I couldn't just go to school when I was back in the day. I couldn't just go to school and threaten to fight the teacher and all that other shit. Sometimes that don't even work well for some of y'all. That's a clear way to your kid to get expelled out of school, or worse, depending on how serious the threat is. I remember a nigga in my school did that shit, suspension, and not a regular suspension. He couldn't go to no school even if his mom tried to transfer him. It was one of those suspensions. I forgot what they called it. It's not a district suspension. I forgot what it's called. But once you get on that type of level, that's messed up. You can't go nowhere. See, when it gets to that point, this is where some of you parents are going to have to start fucking home training. But then again, the training again starts from when they're young. Some of these kids are coming to school again, violent, emotional, and want to try to take it out on the wrong people. I feel it's fucked up when you try to take it out on people that's trying to help you better yourself and your education. It's starting to get ridiculous now. E-Reptile, what's going on? Oh shit, that's crazy, James. I don't know. I don't think we got no rain. Hopefully, at least on my end. But it's just crazy. Some of you parents are gonna have to really get together, and I say some because again, no child should be going to school with that intent on trying to even fight an adult. Look here, you coming here to learn, coming here to get an education, learn, and try to and quote unquote, socialize. But it don't make sense that some of y'all come to school and that's the first thing. Y'all mad emotional about something. And sometimes y'all bring y'all anger from home to school. If you mad at your parents, stay mad at your parents. Your teachers got nothing to do with this shit. And honestly, I can't feel bad to some degree only because when these teachers really start laying down the law, a lot of you parents are definitely going to be upset. You can't be upset. Because if this would have been Catholic school and they was wilding out, yeah, they would have got the old fashioned treatment, ruler, yardstick, all of that. What y'all would have said to them? Nothing, because you put them there. And this is my thing: if you can't raise your kid at home, if you can't raise them to be some sort of a productive citizen, then they don't need to be in the school system at all. Why do these kids keep slipping through a crack? And I'm sorry, at some point, some of these teachers are going to start fighting back, and regardless to what, some of these people can't feel bad about it either. Because who the fuck want to be bothered with somebody's disrespectful ass kid? I'm sorry. Yeah, that one, James. But it's been a couple of situations, not just that one. Like why? I told y'all before I was watching a situation when the kid was getting crazy, having an emotional outburst, and the old head was calm. He could have snapped out. He could have had his um para aide or whatever coming in, yank his ass out of class, and send him to the principal's office. But no, he stood his ground, and he was calm about it. Some teachers are going to be calm about it because they understand what the real objective is. Some of these teachers are not going to be kind to you raising up to them, and some people really going to be for the shits. Like, oh, you want this? Let's go. Let's see how far you really think you're going to get. And when your kid end up getting his ass beat, what y'all going to say then? Absolutely nothing. You can't say nothing because you're in the wrong at the end of the day as a parent. This is a problem that we have seen recently, and this is a reason why some of these teachers are quitting that. Who the fuck want to be a teacher to somebody that's going to be disrespectful and make threats or even try to really take it to that next level? Who wants to be a part of that? And I ain't encouraging teachers to whoop ass or nothing, but no. Even when you're an adult, it doesn't matter. You have the right to defend yourself, especially when you have people that are trying to accost you. Sorry, not doing that. This is one reason why I couldn't have been a teacher. Because if I'm doing something to help better you, and if I'm definitely giving you the right knowledge and education, you ain't gonna be sitting up raising up at me. Because that'd be a clear example for you to get tossed out of the damn classroom, sent home. Or I'll send you to your parents' job. Here, take your kid. We're not doing this today. Like even now, you could run past a school right now. You're gonna see half of these kids not even in school. They out and about. And whoever ain't out and about, if you go around in these schools and see what's going on in these classrooms, you'll see. And some of y'all parents are gonna have to do that, but then some of y'all already know what it is and don't care until your child get hurt, and then now all of a sudden you care. I'm telling you, some people ain't gonna be tolerating that shit. Not from nobody else's kid. If they not tolerating the disrespect from their own kid, what makes you think they're gonna tolerate disrespect from them? That's why I'm asking that question. Are we doomed? Because is this what's gonna end up happening? And this is another reason why some people end up taking their kids out of school because you got unruly kids that just don't fucking do right, and the parents ain't doing right. And I feel for every time that your kid is doing something outlandish or doing something that could possibly get you into some serious trouble, you deserve to take that blame as well too, because you're not fucking doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yo, Anthony, what's going on, bro? I see there's two people that came in here today and they ain't even fucking came in here and say what up, man. I'm gonna be nice today, man. I don't care if you was shadow hugging, at least say what up, man. Granted, I know Daddy Reptile, but I'm not talking about Chicago. I'm talking about in general, bro. It's too many I understand what's going on in the neighborhoods. But think about what's going on in the schools as well, too. Your kid is in these school systems. Shit can happen at any damn moment. Madeline, what's going on, baby? Things can happen at any minute. And yeah, we see what's going on in these streets. It ain't even just Chicago. It's everywhere. There's something going on in these streets. Everywhere where there's not nothing for the people to do, this is what's happening. But again, it starts back from home. Parents got to be more aware of what the fuck is going on, man. And stop raising your kids or stop giving your kids that permit. Oh, if anybody, sometimes people don't even bother them and they just want to go out there and just, yeah, I got to be tough. I got to show the people that I'm about the shits. That's going to be a way of your kids getting hurt. Exactly why a lot of kids run into the grave now. It ain't just street shit. It's shit that you doing out of emotion, especially in a place where you're supposed to be learning. How many kids have got shot in school just because of the shit that they don't, whether they bullying or not? Doesn't matter. Like it's time for the parents to really start putting a foot in their kids' asses. Some of y'all act like y'all so scared of ACS and everything else. Nobody should be able to tell you how to raise your kid, but that don't mean you raise your kid to be a fucking savage. Period. Word, what's going on, bro? I'm bad, y'all. You don't raise your kids just to be uncivilized savages. That's how I'm calling it. Because that is uncivilized. I'm sending you to school to learn, but you out here trying to be a bully or you out here trying to fight teachers and shit instead of learning something. I didn't fucking put you here to fucking do that shit. That should be the thing that come out your mouths. And it don't. Shoot. What happened to those parents that didn't get like, look, niggas, regardless of how you feel, I'm disciplining my kid. What happened to those ones? Did they just disappear? Fucking crazy. And see, once I feel like this, once it gets to a level like that, because don't get it twisted. We know sometimes it could be a mixed bag. Sometimes you do have teachers who provoke these kids. Because like I said, I'm from that era. You might get some of them that provoke these kids or say the wrong things to kids, especially if they brought their attitude to work. But it's vice versa. You got kids that'll bring whatever from outside inside. And that ain't cool. Shit is not cool at all, man. I'm telling you, some of y'all better start getting y'all kids in order. Because it's a fucking shame that these people are taking these jobs. They doing this because it's something that they love to do. They love to teach. They love to educate. And then they can't even educate because you got to worry about some of these students being highly emotional. Some of them definitely suffer from ADHD and everything else, hence why they always off the rails. And if the parents ain't doing nothing to make sure their kids is in the right position before they get to school, then look what we had. You're gonna always get a video like that. Your teacher trying to defend themselves from a student, or teacher just saying, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna be tolerating nothing. I done tolerated enough." And that's crazy. And that is the truth, though. Madeline, that part right there. Yo, Amos, what's going on, bro? That part right there, though. You allow the system to determine how you raise the kids and how you discipline kids. Gotta make it make sense. So an ACS case is worse than you disciplining your child. They got to make that make sense. And it's crazy that y'all allow the system. Y'all did. Y'all allow the system to tell y'all how to raise kids. So basically, these kids is going to run amok. And it's not all of them, but some of these kids are going to run amok because some of y'all are that petrified on disciplining your kid. Man, listen. This should be a tiresome experience now. Shit don't make no damn sense, and I'm gonna keep saying that because it was rare even back in our days when you had kids ran up to the damn teachers because some of these teachers knew our parents outside of fucking school. So it wasn't nothing for you to say, okay, you that bad, wait till I tell your mother after school. Or matter of fact, I know your mother. Let me do this real quick. And call the mother in the fucking class. I watched a dude literally get suspended just for the words he said. And not even just suspended and ass whooped for the things he said to the teacher. Oh, okay. You feel like that? Watch this. During the middle of class, on that little, I don't know if some of them schools got it. They used to have that little motherfucking telephone shit sitting in the corner. I know that was mostly supposed to be in case you had to call the principal or the other departments in the school. But them niggas sometimes you could call the school, call home from the school phone itself. I'm not going to no principal's office. Watch this. Shut down his whole world. It's the blues. What's going on, man? And that's crazy. And that sucker needs to be revamped. And that's the problem because a lot of people just lay down the shit. This is why some of these things get implemented too. Y'all got to be more adamant on what's going on with your kid's life, man. Stop allowing a system to tell you how to raise your kid, man. And it's sad because again, it starts from home. So what you gonna raise your kids to just be unproductive? You gonna raise your kids to be the next gangbangers? What what the fuck is going on in the society, man? Some of y'all sit here and literally cry and say, I love my kid to death. If you love your kid to death, make sure your kid is on the right fucking page, man. Don't let your kid be another statistic or another victim. Kailani, what's going on, bro? Yeah, everything good. Just chiming in with y'all. I was supposed to do poetry night tonight, but again, I just woke up not too long ago. I didn't even notice I dozed off. Um, but for those who are here, I plan on doing this poetry night tomorrow night, but I'm gonna do it early, definitely, and set a time reminder. Um, I did say that in case I can't do it Thursdays, I'll do it Fridays. So that's what I'm gonna do. Um, yeah, but this is getting annoying. I mean, again, some people are just not gonna tolerate any type of verbal and physical disrespect, even adults. And if I'm doing something to help benefit you and you can't understand that, then I don't need you in my classroom. That's why I couldn't be a teacher. Because I'd definitely be making sure, look, if your kid not going to be in order, you're gonna have to transfer your kid elsewhere. Because we're not doing that. Or I would do like some of the old teachers used to do. Okay, you don't want to learn, you don't have to learn. But the rest of these kids are going to learn today. And it's sad that some of these kids would refuse to sit in the classroom. And again, I know it's certain situations where things are different. But I'm not talking about those who need special needs help and stuff like that, because there's always going to be a little battle with them. I'm talking about the ones that are supposed to be in the quote unquote regular ed or whatever you want to call it. Because we know you had special ed because those are the ones that had the special needs. And some of them special ed students didn't really have problems. They issue was they just ain't want to learn. Some of them really had problems and they wasn't getting dealt with at home. Oh, I would know because I've seen this coming up. You could tell who really had the special needs as far as who really had the issues and who didn't. Hustle, what's going on? Didi, what's going on, baby? Realist, what's going on, y'all? I already know if y'all just tuned in, choose violence on the like button. Everybody else is choosing violence today, right? Like, this shit is crazy. I'm sending my kid to school to be a better person, and in the same token, my kid is acting a fool fighting teachers. What kind of shit is that? And honestly, how the fuck do you press charges on a teacher for fucking defending themselves or trying to defend themselves? Some of y'all parents need to be fucking just as responsible. If your kid came in there with the notion to fight a teacher and the shit really go left, not just your kid, but you deserve to get taken down as well too. Take that loss because y'all niggas is not doing right. And it's sad that y'all are so fucking self-hate. Y'all so self-hated. I can't even say self-medicated because if you was, you wouldn't even be doing the shit you're doing now. It's sad that some of y'all really don't give a fuck. And y'all breeding, producing kids that don't give a fuck themselves. That's irresponsibleness at its worst. Mr. Blues, some of these schools, believe it or not, they are war zones. Because as long as you got gang activity, as long as you just got the system running shit the way it's running, and when these parents are not disciplining and doing what they're supposed to be doing, yeah, your school could be a war zone. Fucking crazy, man. And this, I understand that because look, some of the people that are here, Mr. Blues, trust me, there's people that come in this chat, whether it's every day or not. Some of them are not even from the United States. So some of this, they even telling me what's going on. UK, Australia. Trust me, I got peoples all around China. And I know it's going on, except for China, I think everywhere else is some sort of war zone going on as far as the school is concerned. These kids are younger and younger in these streets. They don't give a fuck. They don't have no type of fucking hope. Time to start giving these youth hope. That's why I keep preaching that. Give these youth hope. Because there's people that are like me that came up. And I ain't saying I was in the worst positions, but I wasn't in the best neither. I was in a dire situation out here as far as any day could have been my day because this is how it is out here. It's a straight war zone itself. Everybody beefing amongst each other. And the sad part about it, some are related, some ain't related. And some just, we all came up together, but it just shit, some shit just went south. So it was always one of those, damn, I hope it don't be no crazy shit. Niggas get caught up and we just chilling. Shouldn't have to worry about that. Again, even like what I said about what happened in Philly. I don't know if those two people that died were young kids or not. But even still, that's crazy. Two died and two got critically wounded because niggas just started to erupt with gunfire. That shit has to stop too. Again, you parents are not doing your jobs. This is why we are seeing more and more of the youth now out here. Because if you're not doing your job, you're not doing an active job. Said country lines. I don't know about my city. State lines, yeah. Yeah, we got different. Oh, okay. I gotta know what you mean. You said shit. I gotta see. I gotta get used to your shit too. But yeah, we got districts and shit like that. But even still, you know it's sad when your district really ain't doing shit. State lines. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. My head is so balled up right now because it's crazy. Again, even with that situation with the Sweet 16. And who told me that? Was it Cindy? Shout out Cindy. I think Cindy told me that. That's crazy. Even when it comes down to that, you having a Sweet 16 for somebody, and these kids decide to just come in here with guns and act a fool. Kids shouldn't have guns. Youth shouldn't have guns. Shouldn't have guns at all. They shouldn't even be thinking about them shits. Cap, what's going on? You know, it's crazy. Oh yeah, we almost got this. Almost the same thing, bro. I see where you're going with this, Mr. Blue. It's almost the same thing. It would be like how it is out here: drug cartel, take advantage, etc., etc. Grab up some kids or some troubled kids that they know for a fact. All right, look, we got you. We don't give you a falsehood of comfort. We just want you to do this and do that. Miss Tracy, what's going on, baby? See y'all up in here. See y'all up in here. Apologies for the late night. Kind of mad though. Yeah, I think it was one of them two that told me. But shout outs to either one, Cindy or Nefertiti. But it's sad though. Really sad though. Like it's a falsehood that they give them. Okay, I see they definitely. Let me get them over this way. And then all of a sudden, now we have these situations. This is where they call the drug mulling and everything else. Yeah, they don't just be using adults; they'll use little kids as well, and it's sad. See, that's what I'm saying. Things that should be focused on the grander scale is not being focused on. But it's really sad because it starts with the smallest things too. Oh shit, Julie, what's going on, baby? Miss 702. Did you just come in here with a light little bit of banter trolling? There's somebody ain't over. Stop it, baby. No doubt, Julie. Because I know you on the other side too. Wine, Jamaica. Big facts, big facts. And there we go. You just coming in here with eyeballs. You know what? Let me express myself again. When you come into church and Nate, please say hello. See, now Molly ain't gonna have to take a damn eulogy because she came in here with the shenanigans. Oh wait, no, a few people came in here with the shenanigans today. Y'all are gonna get a mini eulogy. Tired of y'all shit. Nah, so this oh, you had chili cheese fries? Let's see. Leave them alone. You be all right. You're somebody being tight. No, but all in all, it is crazy though. And this is why I told somebody you have to be mindful of your children, period. Because they could be influenced not just by the street, they could get influenced by a random stranger. Don't even know what that stranger's about until it's too late. Now, look, your child in the midst of some shit that they can't get out of. Time to really take them strides. Cindy, what's going on, baby? Again, sorry for the late night. I really feel like I just woke up 10 minutes ago, but I've been up for the last hour. Yeah, shit crazy. And again, RIP to those who might have lost their lives, and RIP to those kids who have lost their lives, especially if they was having fun. This shit don't make no sense. You can't even have decent fun without it turning into a gunfight. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Some of y'all that scared to get your asses whooped. It's a shame. Look here. Right now, I would respect the person right now throwing their hands, even if they lost. I would respect that than to respect somebody just coming back with a gun. Everybody's going to win a fucking fight. And if you feel that's the best way for you to win a fight, then I don't know what you was taught. And it's the sad part about it, man. Just it's like, what are we doing now? And see now, what if it had been a situation, right? Let's say we do get another one of these situations, and it's the tables is turned, right? And I'm gonna go back to the school situation, and the teacher literally gotta beat the hell out of your kid because your kid just keep coming, or your kid could be, because some of these parents, I understand. If your kids is ended up getting bigger than you, you're still supposed to put your foot down. They yours. I don't care how big they get, whatever. You're supposed to lay the foot down when you're supposed to. Not saying it's supposed to be an everyday thing. Discipline is a key word. Discipline them when you know they have done something wrong and don't need to be doing it again. You discipline them before time so they don't do it. Don't do this because this is exactly what's going to happen. Guess what? Sometimes you're going to have to give them a lesson without giving them a lesson. I remember getting a lesson one time about respecting elders, and I was still a kid. And I still to this day forgot what I said. I remember my grandmother karate chopping the shit out of me though, and that fucking threw me off. Like, oh, okay, I must have said something I wasn't supposed to say around adults or to an adult. Okay, we got this. Didn't do it again, and didn't have to worry about that karate chop again because again that one chop said it all. Like, oh shit, the fuck happened? Magruder, what's going on, bro? Shit is madness right now, man. It ain't no more of that stern shit because y'all really let the system just tell you how to raise your kids. Only thing it taught you was how to put your kid right into the system. Don't discipline your kid. Just let them continue to do what they do, and we gonna serve them right. Nah, man, get it together. Because even it shouldn't matter what system is put into play. You are the parent and the main teacher at the end of the day. Get it right. Appreciate you for chiming in, Julie. You can always catch whatever on the replay. Like I said, I don't know how long it'll be on tonight. I'm just waking up myself, so trying to shake off these cobwebs. Facts. It was a whole bunch of different. Everybody had a different routine, or they grandparents had a different routine on things. And it's crazy because what happened to that? Are you really gonna tell me this system it really fried a lot of brains? I'm sorry, did it fry a lot of brains to where nobody's thinking? You are ultimately responsible for your children because they are your responsibility. Nobody else birthed them but you, right? So you're supposed to make sure you're doing it right. Kids shouldn't be going to school wanting to pick a fight with an adult anyway, on either level, even not just in school. Be mindful of your elders, period, even in your community, because some of them elders, whether they know your parents or not, they stern and they not playing that. You still got some that are literally not give a damn, even with this generation now. Some of them will definitely, and if you don't think some of these damn elders or some of these folks in the community didn't serve this country or at least had some sort of, man, listen, you better get your shit right because this would be an easy way for your kids to be left on that street corner. Oh, you want to fuck with the right one? Okay, that nigga's a shooter. Then what? Come on, y'all gotta think, man. You have some who fear for their kids to go to school because of situations like shootouts, period. But then they don't want to bring their kids to school neither because you got other kids who are just as volatile and just as evil. You know, it's always an uphill battle. And then I don't believe some of y'all should do homeschooling because some of y'all ain't gonna get it right. But for those who know they're gonna get it right, I'd advise you to just start doing that now. Because it seems like this shit gonna get worse. And it doesn't matter. Whether it's a school situation, whether it's a community situation. It seems like certain things are gonna take a turn for the worse, at least for now. So I'd implore those. If you got the time and the effort and the energy, do so. Take your kids out of school and actually homeschool. Yeah, exactly. I've always believed that, and that is a fact right there. A lot of times that's just emotion. Again, I don't necessarily got to go to fighting you because I couldn't beat you with the wits. And a lot of times, I didn't have to do much. The main time you would catch me fighting is if I had to defend myself. I wasn't going out there trying to be the bully or do none of that shit because that wasn't me. But don't get it twisted. I could have been a bully, but chose not to be either or. I chose to be me. I chose to keep myself balanced. I don't have to always go to their hands if I feel I got an issue with you. If we can't talk it out and have a conversation, yeah, then I'm gonna just keep it pushing from there. And it's sad. And some of y'all should have something to live for. Because again, don't get it twisted. You are actually here for a reason, whether you believe it or not. Because if you wasn't meant to be here, you wouldn't have been here. You wouldn't have even got out the womb. Try that one. You gotta think. There's some who didn't even get a chance to get out the womb and done died. You got those who haven't even made it past a month and passed away. There are many different situations in this world where some of these newborns don't even get a chance to really experience life. So if you was one of them that actually was able to experience life, get out of your own shell. Like if you got people that are doing the right things around you and showing you the right way, pay attention. And it's crazy because it's not to be funny. We all know we had some sort of struggles. Yeah, everybody lived and had some sort of struggle, especially trying to raise a family. But it's sad that almost everybody is feeling a type of way now. The main ones who have been adamant about keeping a family life and everything in order, much commends to you because it's hard to do, especially when you in them areas where it's dire, it's a war zone. Every time you turn around, you gotta possibly worry about another shooting or stabbing or some sort of big ass fight happening. And some of these people, instead of just recording, they can actually try to diffuse a situation. But everything gotta be recorded. Everything is a fucking viral moment. That viral moment gonna get a lot of y'all fucking wrapped up too. You want to be viral? Okay. Well, you're a part of this fucking crime or you're a part of this now. Fuck out of here. Sorry, that shit is getting annoying, man. You know, and it seems like almost every generation I see is always a uphill battle on certain things. But now this shit is getting ridiculous, man. When are you parents gonna wake up? The ones that need to hear this. When are y'all gonna wake up and realize what you're doing ain't the fucking way to be moving with your children? Your children shouldn't be taught to fight an adult. And I'm telling you, that's what's gonna get a lot of y'all hurt. That's what's gonna get a lot of y'all parents hurt. You're gonna have some parents, you're gonna have some teachers that might not even wanna, okay, I'm gonna let that slide. But I'm going to see your parent. Y'all gonna stop thinking that some of these people are No, they're just abiding by the rules and regulations that was given to them. Because by law, I'm not supposed to put my hands on you. But then again, I should be defending myself because if I gotta worry about now, what if your child got a knife or something? I gotta defend myself. I'm not gonna let nothing happen to me nor the people that's in my damn class. I'm sorry. And this is why I always say it's best for logical thinking and not emotional thinking. The logical way would have been, all right, even if I'm upset, let me chill out because I forgot it's not about just me. It's about my fellow peers. Everybody trying to learn something. It's fucking crazy. I think it is called a district suspension or some shit like that. I'll get the name right. I'm still trying to wake up and bake up. This shit has got me tight. Thinking about everything I heard earlier when I did the live, and I'm like, damn, I would hate to say that shit, but it's yo, every day presents something new. And again, there are some positive things happening, but it just seemed like that was the first couple things that popped up. And I really felt bad, especially in Philly, because I got family out there in Philly. So I already know how it is. But it's sad that you can't even be out having a normal conversation amongst the people on your block and you got possibly duck shots. And then some of you that can be actually trying to diffuse situations you refuse to. You'll just allow it to happen. Oh man, something gotta change, man. Reason why I say that is because trust me, a lot of you who are allowing your kids to basically overthrow and overrun everything are going to be the ones left holding the bag crying when they either locked up for life or they could be dead because of a possible outburst and not controlling their emotions. And if you know there's something wrong with your kid, first of all, as a parent, I'm gonna say this because I done watched a lot of people that I know are parents. I did this around my god kids just to make sure everything was everything. Um, just really see what's going on with them. Pay attention to your children. And if you see there could be certain signs where it could be leading to something, go get them the help. That don't make you less of a fucking person. Not everybody gonna be born perfect. There's nobody born perfect. Shit don't make no sense, man. I'm gonna drop the link in case somebody want to pop up, but I do warn you, I'm not in the best of moods right now, only because I'm on sniper time still, and I just woke up. I don't mind the people coming in, chiming in on the conversation. Okay, twisted. I'm still in a good mood. I feel like Wolverine right now. My bad. My bad. My senses are a little bit off, just a little bit, but it's only off because it's like, damn, every day presents something new. Every day. Aren't we getting sick and tired of those same notions anyway? Get the help that you're supposed to get for your kids, especially if you know they need it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. You know what? Somebody else had that problem earlier too. I don't know why. Not with me, but that is the link in case anybody want to pop up. And you know what? Some people just end up having problems. I was starting to see. You probably got to switch devices 9 out of 10. Hello.
Hi, Nate. Yo, my voice is annoying, but I swear I'm on grown up time. You
Hmm.
know, it's hard to type everything, but I wanted to say like I always went to the worst schools. I always lived in the worst fucking neighborhoods. Oh no, we can't cuss, right? The worst freaking neighborhoods. And when
You
my
good?
mom would come up to the school, a
Mm.
lot of the times the problematic child just needed love. They usually had parents that didn't care. They didn't get told positive things at home. They didn't get no hugs, no kisses, no none of that. My mom gave them that. And we was
Mm.
cool after that. A lot of it start with your own kids. You know? If you loving your own kids and you giving them everything they need at home, they not going to school and bullying other kids and trying to be violent.
Yeah, but you know what? You got to give them a perfect balance though, because you can't just
Mm-hmm.
spoil them either. When they do wrong, they got to be disciplined. But when you giving them the
Mm-hmm.
perfect balance, they be all right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, and you have to know how to defend yourself as well. But a lot of them kids, it now that I'm grown, I can look back on it and be like, a lot of those kids had really messed up homes. You know, their parents was on drugs. You know, they were in a foster care system. People don't really look at all the afflictions in urban neighborhoods. It's a lot of kids that have very different homes. You know.
Yeah. Oh, that part I know. But see, that's why I was saying all in all one time. I said, if you got prime example, if you know for a
Mhm.
fact you got ACS supposed to be doing their job, right? That's just like if I'm an
Mhm.
ACS worker, I might get wind of something. I'm gonna go check the
Mhm.
background. That's another reason why. Because they are not doing their
Mhm.
actual jobs neither. Because how many kids have died because of step parents or whatever too? That's what I'm saying. Like they
Mhm.
not following up no more. It's like even to that point, they'll follow up if they know for a fact it's a false case for you. But if it's a real case that needs to be situated, they ain't doing it.
So now I want to ask you a question. You remember me from T history and all that? You know, I always got some questions, right? I don't remember where you're from, but I'm gonna say in LA, we don't really have black schools no more, black principals no more, black teachers no more. And I feel like when I was growing up, the 80s and 90s, and even my cousins before me in the 70s, we had a lot of that. So it was like a village, right? But now the kids go to school with teachers that don't really reflect them or understand our culture. So it's like way different. The teachers I don't think are emotionally connected. It's a paycheck.
I don't know. It could be differences in cities though and states because I'm not gonna lie to you. Most of the
Mhm.
people, prime example, when I was coming up, most of the damn parents knew the teachers one way or another. Half of the time, the
Mhm.
motherfuckers was hanging out probably like, oh, what we doing on this
Mhm.
weekend? Oh, even if it was something with the kids, yo, you know what? We got
Mhm.
tickets to go do this. Let's go take the kids. That's how they used to do
Mhm.
it. Like it was a connect, but it ain't a connect no more to the.
No, the emotional investment is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Black teachers used to care about black students, black families, black households. And like you said, they would report, they would investigate. They had the best interest of that child. Like 2 years ago, I think LA's black population was like 12%. The report just came out for last year and it had dropped down to 6%. There's really no black educators, hardly, and there's like no black doctors. So what do you think becomes of the black community? You know, a lot of people ain't looking out for the kids like they used to.
You're right, but then you got those who are prime example, but you got those who are actually trying to, regards to what they ain't taking that damn job for a paycheck. Some of them actually don't mind teaching the kids, but who the hell want to teach kids if they're going to be disrespectful? And that's just the
That's true.
overall fact. But see, it was a different because back in the day, it was some of the teachers, even if they didn't know your parents, they still wasn't tolerating shit. They used to fuck around and, oh, okay, I'm gonna still teach these kids while you, since you don't want to learn, we gonna make sure you don't learn. But everybody else in here gonna learn before this bell is over. And it used to be on it
Very
like that.
true. Very true. They treat you like your mama. Low key. Like they treat you like your mama. Like, oh, you want to be a clown? Okay, move your desk over there to that corner and you be a clown in the corner. Like they was. But we got that love that we was used to though. That's what you were used to. Now it's a little bit different.
Man, you know what it is? The difference is the system done changed. The system done basically told some of these parents how to raise the kids. And I'm not even being funny. Some that's not even coming from a dire background is still coming from a background that's not on good. Because again, if they're not on drugs, a lot of them is just, prime example, you might have one locked up, one dead. You might have both parents dead, grandparents raising them. There's always different factors. I understand that. But at the end of the day, how much you think somebody gonna tolerate? Like prime example, if I'm a teacher, I shouldn't have to worry about, damn, do I gotta punch one of these kids in the face? And I'm sorry to sound like that, but because at the end of the day, I'm thinking safety more than anything. That's logical thinking. Safety. Safety before anything. So it's like, damn, do I gotta possibly use some sort of self-defense on somebody today because they might be volatile, they might let me focus on this lesson. But then sometimes it's even hard to do that because you gotta be like, damn, are these kids even gonna want to hear anything? Because sometimes they don't want to hear anything.
But you know what? I was thinking about my uncle when you were talking earlier about the story. And I was saying that my uncle showed me the flyest thing one day. One day he took all his kids to McDonald's. I'll never forget this. And this man, I don't even remember, it's been so many years, but this man was being ignorant just out of nowhere. You know how sometimes people would just try a black man, right?
Yeah.
And we were in a situation where he was able to take care of us and he was able to just walk away from this man. Everybody not worth it. You have to think the kids that are with you are always looking at how you handle situations, My uncle was a homeowner. My uncle had a beautiful house. My uncle was the actual superintendent at the school. You get into some of these fights with ignorant people in the street who have nothing to lose. And you show kids that it is so easy just to throw your life away, You have to also show kids a balance. You should know how to defend yourself, but everybody not qualified to challenge you.
Yeah.
Some people really jokes out here.
It's a whole fact right there. See, it couldn't agree with you even more. Like I said, it's a whole balance. But I was telling somebody this too. I said, man, listen. I said, you see how your kids ain't going. I told my boy that shit the other day. I said, you see how your kids go to school and they got the utmost respect. And I said, I already know what it is because you done instilled something that was red. I said, you went by the old guidelines. I said, that's just like if I had kids right now, they would be on the same accord. It wouldn't be, you go to school to do what? Come here, let me holler at you real quick. Like, nah, let me school you something real quick before you think you're doing anything. Because it's more logical than emotional. See, my boy kids don't go to school wild now. Even when it's the kids wild now, sometimes they just I ain't in it. Let me mind my business. I'm not in it unless I got to. I'm not in it. But if I gotta defend myself, I know what to do. And if it gets dire up, I know the main thing. Let my parents know something. So this way it don't. Oh, gotta open your mouth. A closed mouth don't get fed, and that's the problem too. Some of these kids, they more. You open your mouth more to try to belittle each other, but you won't say, I need help. It's not hard to say I need help because trust me, there's people that wish they would have said they needed help. And I got people now that said that, damn, I wish I had just opened my mouth when I should have opened my mouth. Yeah, but look, almost everybody tried to tell you something. You didn't want to listen. You had to really find out the hard way, and who wants to go through that? And hold on one second. Go ahead. Yo, Hood, I see. I didn't even notice you was trying to hit the link, my nigga. But if anything, you more than welcome to pop back up. Nah, DD, because come on now. I'm from that era. Like seriously, like if teachers didn't know our parents, somebody else that was around that district knew our parents. Yo, you know your child was acting up in school today, right? Because more people know, but you ain't hear it from me. How they
Just beat you
how they
home.
just say that shit with their living color, but you didn't hear this from me. That's how it used to be. Like,
You know, people be like, "Oh, it's so annoying," right? But like, I come from a family full of men. I had multiple grandfathers. I had my father, I had my stepfather, I had uncles, I had big cousins, just a family full of good men, right?
yeah,
And we all know in a black family, you got different characters. Let's be honest. Every black family got different characters, right?
big fact.
The uncle that minded his business, that went to work every day, that knew when not to get in stuff and when to, you know what I'm saying, regulate.
Yeah,
Everybody always grew up having respect for that uncle, right?
yep,
The uncle that constantly was the hothead, that constantly had to speak on some stuff, that constantly had to fight, right? Whether he was in the right or the wrong, but he just was the hothead one, right?
yeah,
Usually people be laughing at that uncle. They be like, man, Uncle Leroy about to come through. You already know. And Uncle
facts.
Leroy might be in the right. But if people see you always popping off, it lessens and lessens and lessens that respect. So you have to look at how even your family look at you for using aggression all the time.
Facts. I always said that causes a lot of stress sometimes. I told somebody, I said that causes tension. Just like I was breaking down that time I said dude got crazy, but then I told him, I said, yo, bro, are you serious? And I'm in the calmest mode that I'm in right now. I'm just telling you something that is gonna keep you from getting locked up. Nigga, you out here. And you got the wrong license plates on top of that. So that's definite niggas would have ran down you because you already looking crazy. I'm just telling you something for your own good. Cause I just told him something simple. And he, yo, so you, I say, yo, bro, you kidding me? And I'm calm. I say, yo, bro, right now I'm going through four different things, and I could have snapped out on you as soon as you said something. But I'm that calm right now to know, bro, I'm trying to save you the hassle because right about now, them niggas are around that corner. Think you gonna do something crazy? Them boys gonna be on your neck because they was running down on shit the whole day before I even got to work. I was like, even people that ain't had nothing to do with nothing was getting ran down on because something serious happened out here. That's why I'm like, chill out, bro. That nigga seen me recently and was like, yo, bro, you was right, son. As soon as we got to come around, they about I said, I told you. I said, look, lucky you was doing what you was doing outside and not in the whip, because you'd have definitely been going down. You behind the wheel, you doing this, and oh, you wilding. Yeah, yeah, you wild.
You got to play it smart your whole life from school to, like you said, to work, to the street, to everything. Even church politics for the church ladies that's in here. You always got to play it smart.
Yeah, because you don't know what could be lurking. And then on top of that, if you're not in accordance with things, guess what? It's always going to be this uphill battle. And you said something about T history, and I heard about him and everything. And yeah, I even had a couple people that said I kind of reminded them of him. And
You do. You do. You remind me so much of T.
yeah, you see, that's the thing. You're gonna have people, even when they pass on, you're gonna always have people that just got a good spirit about things. I've always been good natured to a degree. Don't tick me off the wrong way by saying something ignorant, or don't tick me off by doing something ignorant. Other than that, I'm always going to keep my balance the way it is. So it goes to show you I'm big on, I don't like ignorance, and I don't tolerate certain things neither. So, but other than that, I'm the coolest person you want to be around. Because this is what it
Now,
is.
I'm going to say this
Have a
our second
conversation.
time being on panel together. We was
Yeah.
on a panel once before on Rick's set page, and you
Hmm.
actually checked me on that panel. So I know you don't play. But what you said to me though was invaluable advice. I said something like, "Oh, somebody cool with me. We date one on YouTube. Like I vouch for that person." And you
Yeah,
checked me. You was like, "Nah, don't vouch for nobody because you don't know. Just vouch for yourself." And
yeah.
like some kind of way you said it, and it's like
Oh shit.
YouTube has taught me you can only vouch for yourself. You can't vouch for other people because you don't know what someone else is capable of. You only know yourself. You can only control yourself. So I often think about what you told me on Rick Says panel, Nate, and I appreciate that advice.
Well, it's been a minute. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what's crazy? I did, man. Yeah, I gotta stop smoking for a minute. But my bad, though. Nah, but it's the truth though. I mean, because you gonna have people that'll say, all right, you could go off of words is words. Actions mean more than anything. And you gonna have people that's just gonna say certain things, but they ain't gonna really be adamant about that. That's the only reason why I told people I'm cool as cool can be. But if you fuck with me the wrong way, you done burnt the bridge and I'm on your neck. That's it. But I'm gonna give you this work because I'm going to still be logical about it. And I don't wish no harm on nobody. I don't really care. You live your life the way you see fit, but in the same token, just have some respect. You don't gotta like me, you don't gotta love me, none of that. But you're gonna have respect for me.
Let me say, we live in this world where it's so PC. We not preparing people to deal with real world, right? And you're talking about the kids right now, right?
Yeah,
Even if something comes off slightly rude, you should have the mindset that that person just put me on. I wasn't thinking about it like that. But now that that
yeah.
person put me up on game, now I'm thinking about it like that. You know, I feel like a lot of people are not built for criticism either. But you don't get stronger without criticism. That's another
Fact-
thing the kids don't get.
Facts. They don't see, you know what it is? It's a difference between just criticism and constructive criticism. Like I was saying earlier in the live, I'm gonna take it from a music standpoint. You could be doing this. That's just like you right now. You could have been doing a song. Yo, Nate, I think this song won't be it. And if I listen to it, even if okay, I might be bopping my head, but if I don't feel that hype, I tell you in the heartbeat. Listen, I sound good, but you might need to add something to it. I don't know what, but I would take my time. But this could be the hit. I'm not trying to distract you from nothing. If anything, I'm trying to help you. So most I can tell you is, yo, listen, you might want to add this or think about incorporating this. Even if it's not a lyric, prime example. Yo, you know what? If it's something with the beat, yo, bro, um, add this to the beat if anything. If it's missing something, you know, it's not bad to take constructive criticism. But I'm not just going to bash you. No, that shit trash, nigga. Throw that shit all the way away. And you got some people that are fucked up like that. But they be mad they damn selves, I think, because they know for a fact you got something going good, and they still don't know what they got going good. You should be feeling good, period, because you are part of the process. See, that's the thing too. Some people got to understand. You got to be humble. You got to be part of that process, regardless. With some people, and if you feel that's not the process, at least you are getting a blueprint on how shit can move. All right, even if I decide I'm not going to be here like that, I know how I'm gonna move. You can take a constructive criticism, man. If I'm telling you the song is all right, it could be hotter if you just. But I'm not going to tell you how I'm gonna do it. No, and I'm not going to just force nothing on you neither. The only thing I can tell you is listen, just add something to it. Or even if it's a certain part of the song, listen, um, I would take this out and replace that with this. See, something simple like that. Nothing
You
crazy.
were focusing on the kids when you first started this, and do you realize? I don't even know if a lot of people realize this now, right? You can't even say certain things to kids now. Did you realize that? Like, you can't even say certain things to kids now.
Yeah, it's about how you
People
say it.
say it's inappropriate.
It depends on what's said. But then again, we should know what should be appropriate to be said in the first place. So, and if we just giving a prime example, if I could get that to, I could get that constructive criticism to a kid now. If a kid I know is
Right.
doing music and they be like, "Yo, Nate, Nate, how you think this sound?" I don't tell you straight up the same way like I just told him to do. It sounds all right, but you might want to add this. You might want to subtract this, or if not, just revamp something in the song, and that's it. What's wrong with
But you
telling me
just
that? I ain't
mentioned
saying nothing crazy.
how
Yeah.
you just mentioned how teachers have changed. Family structure has changed too. Your aunties and your grandma used to be just as influential in your life as your mother, right? Your
What?
aunties could ask you like, "Oh, you about to be 14? You gonna get a workers permit?" Like, "Oh yeah, you about to be 15. It's time for you to start learning how to drive. Get your driver's permit." Right? You can't
Mm.
even ask kids those questions now. Because people will be like, "Oh, he's not concentrating on that right now. Like, he's just playing PlayStation. He's doing his thing. He's chilling." I don't even want him to think about all that now. I just want him to be a child. Like, you can't say anything to kids anymore.
See, once they get a certain age, what they do ultimately still becomes your problem because if they still gonna have a balance. But see, I've always believed this. Don't get it twisted. I've always believed in the youth having some sort of responsibility as far as learning the value of a dollar, whether it was getting an allowance or you was really having that kid as far as, all right, I'm gonna use you a couple hours out the day, but you're gonna get some good money. It's nothing wrong with teaching the kid the value of a dollar. Don't get it twisted. And that gives them a sense of, that gives them a sense of focus and that prepares them for whatever they might think of doing. Shoot, for all you know, the certain thing that they did, they might want to have their own. So that builds them up. Like, okay, I could probably start saving this money. I could probably start doing this. Even if it's certain things like merchandising. And see, that's the sad part about it. It's not that you can't tell kids, it's just the adults right now. Man, listen, the adults ain't really doing what they supposed to be doing. Because even if you want to be focused on your games and stuff like shit, if that's the case, let them shoot. You got people that's doing gaming right now getting paid. If that's the case,
But then these same family members complain when their kids be like 23, 24 years old and still not having a license, still not having a job, still not thinking it's important. You know what I mean? A lot of the kids don't rush towards those little like milestones that we couldn't wait to cross when we were younger, you know? It's different now. It's like, I don't know.
nah, you're right. I mean, certain things have changed, and it's crazy because it wasn't as bad. And again, you do want some sort of sense of encouragement, and that's always supposed to be the stepping stool. Like, okay, you know, I see that if I put my best foot forward, I keep my mind sharp, I do exactly what I need to do to get through what I got to get through, I'll be okay. That'll give me a even stronger hope that when I start building my own shit, I'm good. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Hold on one second. No doubt, no doubt. You more than welcome to pop back up. Shout out to Miss 702. Wendy, what's going on, baby? But it's common notion. We used to definitely have more spirit, and then we had those who really actually cared, even if they wasn't next to kin, if you want to say it that way. They just had a good notion of definitely see something good in this one. Let me try to put them up under my wing with something. And see, some of you elders are not putting these kids on the way you're supposed to put them on. You're not scooping them as far as saying, yo, let me show you something. Let me teach you something. Teach them something better than what you're teaching them. And no doubt, Wendy, you can always catch the replay. Like I said, I didn't know how long I was going to be on. I'm still up here for a little minute. I'm just saying, it goes to show you how so many different things have changed. It's time for it to change, man. Change back to the way it used to be. And if not, give a new blueprint on something. Because again, if you want to be, man, listen, if you want to be that selfish, you might as well not reproduce no more. I'm sorry, like it should be no reason why you gotta worry about your kid possibly being suspended or expelled out of damn school because they couldn't control themselves. Or even in the community. The kids shouldn't have to worry about being the next victim of casualty because they couldn't control their emotions again. Or because nobody, and I mean nobody, wanted to step in and say something or do something. I don't know, man, but just got to give something to think about for tonight. I ain't even going to fully go in. I feel I'm going to get back in this sucker probably in the morning. Just find that real interesting that some of you parents really let a system shake you down. Put this back up again because this is just for fair use and educational purposes only. It's sad that y'all let a system determine how you raise your kids and how you let them go forward in life. When in all actuality, you are their first teachers. You are their first in command. So you got to get back on the board. Time is critical and it can't be said no more. Just saying. The thing is a game until it hits close to home. And then again, you're going to be left holding the bag crying. Why should you have to mourn or why should you have to go through the heartaches and the headaches with your children when you could have been making sure your children was in the best accords? And just again, this for those who need to hear this. If it don't apply, let it fly. Get in control of your kids. Because there be some of y'all that's crying now talking about the schools messed up, society messed up. Yeah, but you're adding to it because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a parent. Get in control of everything. Get your life balanced. And then you got to get your family balanced. Again, it all starts from home. If you ain't going to teach your kids anything outside of social media and what's going on in the streets, you're going to keep having the same common problem. And don't be surprised if at some point you the one that's, like I said, burying your kids or visiting your kids from behind the wall every day or every other day that you got to go up. Remember that part. I ain't gonna keep y'all all night. I am still half out of it. But again, I want to tell everybody that tuned in and even those catching the replay, I have a special Friday night edition of Poetry Night, so we'll definitely be in it. And if you haven't done so, I don't know if James is still in the chat, but if you haven't done so, you already know. You always sub to the backup channel. I think I'm gonna try to do something there tomorrow as well too. So just had to do a little late night wrap up. Um, if you haven't already, we're about to go to Word's chat. I didn't even know he was live. I think he's still live. Well, I could be tripping, but wait a minute, is he live still? I think so. If he's still alive, you already know I'm gonna show my brother some love. Definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. I know it was random because I ain't put up no notification or nothing, but just felt I needed to get that off my chest. So yeah, we gonna go show my brother Word some love. If y'all not subbed up or if y'all not, yo, Rich, what's going on, bro? Yeah, we gonna show brother Word some love over there. So definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. So I'll be back early in the morning sometime. We're gonna definitely be that wake and bake session. And we're gonna finish up this conversation, and it will be an open panel in case anybody want to chime in on anything. But definitely, it was a good vibe tonight. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia, the Shadow Babies. Y'all already know what it is. And for everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love, and they'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. We'll definitely be back for that wake and bake. For those who might have been a little bit late, y'all could just catch the replay. Definitely something that should be shared out because it's common logic. I'm not going from an emotional standpoint. So some people are going to still feel upset. Probably might feel upset because the way it's worded, but it's just logical, never emotional. My Nino Brown voice. But we gonna show Brother Word some love. I'll see y'all over there. Y'all stay safe and enjoy y'all evenings. We'll definitely be back at it. Until the next live, we out here. Peace and blessings.